Welcome to the first video of this two-part series tutorials. In this part I will talk about the 3D graphics of the project. So first I will start with the transitions. Let's see, we have two types of transitions. Let's try the first one. Let's say we have our first clip, this one, and the second clip here, and we want the transition to happen right in the middle. I will just drag and drop the transition tool comp inside the render folder on top of both layers, and I will place it roughly in the middle so you can see this is how it works. Now let's see our other type of transition. I'm gonna delete this one, and for this one I will first drag and drop the transition 1 render comp inside the render folder, and I will roughly place it's important that the transition happens at the middle of where these two pieces of geometry meet. So right about here is where you want to start your second layer. So for this one I will also need the transition 1 matte composition. I will click, drag and drop this one. I will align it with my transition 1 render. I will set my second layer to Luma Matte, and it will look at the alpha information from this layer. I will make this layer below it longer, so this is what happens. But as you can see, it cuts off where the transition ends, and to fix this you can just duplicate the layer or just cut the layer where the transition ends by pressing Ctrl-Shift-D on your keyboard. And I'm gonna drag this, I'm gonna place this on top of all layers, and you can see we have our transition. So let's see, next we will talk about our text segment. I'm gonna delete these layers here, and I'm gonna keep my transitions, I'm gonna keep my two clips. I will drag and drop my text render segment, segment render composition on top of my both layers. I'm gonna set this to none here, and this is a little easier. You can see the transition happens on top of whatever footage you might have, like so, right about here. And to edit the text, you just go in the holders folder, double click the text segment holder, and double click edit the text right here, and it will update in the main composition. So next we have rounds. Let's see, I'm gonna delete this one, and I'm gonna drag and drop my rounds render. This is the same deal as our text segment. We have the transition happening on top of whatever layer you choose, and it transitions out on the second layer. So these two images that I used can be replaced with, I mean, you can use any footage you want. And to edit this, we just have to go to our rounds folder, and here you can edit the number, let's say 4, and you can see it updates just fine. Next I will talk about openers. So if I go in my openers folder, you can see we have a logo holder and opener v1, v2. Opener v1 will be the opener with just the warrior scenes, the fighter scenes in between. So the second version, the v2, is the one with the clips that you can add clips to. This is just the standard opener with the fighter scenes. Here you have it, and here you can only edit the logo holder. If I go double click my logo holder composition, here you can edit your logo, drag and drop your logo, and it's important that it has transparency, so it has alpha information like .png or TIFF. And for opener v2, if I go to my render folder, This will be the one that has two clips in between the geometry scenes. Here you have it, and to edit this it's very easy. Just double click your media holder 1 and 2, so first and second, delete the layer that's here, and then drag and drop your footage. Same and for text holder 1 and 2, just double click and use any text you want. Let's see, next we have logo transition. For logo transition, I will use for logo transition, you just drag and drop it into your composition, and it works over any type of footage, as you can see here. And the only thing you can edit is the logo holder. Double click it to enter the composition, and then delete the logo here. Drag and drop your logo and make sure it has transparency. Let's see, next we have clip segment. And for clip segment, I will drag and drop it into the composition, and we don't need these two layers here. As you can see, this is the clip segment. I made this a little longer in case you need to prolong your clip segment. And here you can edit the segment text and your media here. So yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching.